गायन्ति देवाः किल गीतकानि धन्यास्तुते भारतभूमिभागे स्वर्गापवर्गा सुपथेतु भूते भवन्ति भूयः विशासुराः. As our flag reaches for the sky, we aren't just celebrating a date, we are honoring a story of a nation's rebirth, a powerful journey from darkness to light. This freedom was won not just with sacrifice, but with a profound and irreversible change in our very soul. And in that glorious story, two men, seemingly from different worlds, shaped our destiny. One was a spiritual master who woke up a sleeping giant. The other was a revolutionary who gave that giant a soul. I speak, of course, of Swami Vivekananda and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Before we could even think about demanding freedom, we had to believe that we deserved it. At a time when we were a colonized people, told we were weak, backward, and unworthy, Swami Vivekananda fought a silent but profound war against our self-doubt. He was a sannyasi, a monk who traveled the world not to beg but to teach. In his famous Chicago speech, he proclaimed India's spiritual greatness not as a historical fact but as a living reality. He looked at a nation bowed in servitude and declared, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." This was not just a slogan, it was an act of rebellion. He didn't just give us a goal, he gave us our pride back. He taught us to see the divine in ourselves and in every fellow citizen, especially the poorest and most downtrodden. He gave India its heart back, a heart full of strength, purpose, and self-respect. He gave us the spiritual justification for our existence as a free people. That heart, full of pride and newly ignited fire, was then claimed by the next generation's greatest warrior, Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji was a man of action, a brilliant mind who was so inspired by Vivekananda's teachings that he saw his own life's purpose in them. This is the extraordinary link between the two. Netaji himself wrote in his autobiography that Vivekananda's books brought a revolution in his life. He gave up a life of comfort and power, resigning from the prestigious Indian civil service, a dream job for any Indian under the British rule. He was convinced that freedom had to be fought for, not asked for. He famously declared, "Freedom is not given, it is taken." His story is one of breathtaking courage and sacrifice that few truly know in detail. Under constant surveillance in his own home, he made a daring escape in the dead of night, disguised as a man named Muhammad Ziauddin. He slipped past the watchful eyes of the British police, crossed the treacherous frontiers of Afghanistan and Europe, and sought help from India's enemies to fight his own. This was no mere escape, it was a sacred pilgrimage for freedom. He led Indian National Army, a force of thousands of men and women, many of them captured prisoners of war, united by a single powerful vow. His famous promise, "Give me blood, and I shall give you freedom," was not just a battle cry. It was the ultimate sacred vow. Both gave India a sword to defend its honor and a fist to strike for its liberty. This is their extraordinary, unbreakable link. Vivekananda first gave the nation a soul to fight for. Then Bose gave that awakened soul the body and the will to fight. One created the inner strength, the philosophical blueprint for a free nation. The other commanded the outer action, the fearless execution of that idea. Together, they represent the complete, indomitable spirit of our freedom struggle. Vivekananda was the spiritual force that told us why we deserve to be free. Netaji was the military force that showed us how we could take it. Today, as we stand free, let us remember their combined legacy. The fight is now ours. against injustice, poverty, and division. Let us have the unshakable faith of Vivekananda and the undaunted courage of those to build a stronger, more just, and more unified India. Let us honor the soul they gave us and wield the sword they forged, not in war, but in the peaceful, determined fight for a better tomorrow. Jai Hind.